Lewis, what's subway grinding? Are you familiar with this?
Is that when you're eating like a grinder on the subway?
No, it's actually when people rub up against others in a crowded subway in what is considered a lewd and sexual manner. New York City is now trying to make subway grinding a felony sex crime.
Okay.
A Bronx man was recently convicted of doing it to 3 young women, didn't go to jail because of a ruling by the New York Supreme Court. He was charged with forcible compulsion after he grinded on a 14-year-old, but the New York State Court of Appeals ruled he didn't use force, so it's only a misdemeanor. City Councilman Peter Vallone is saying that he wants to put subway grinders on a sex offender list. The judges are wrong, he says. They're up in an ivory tower. They're not a 14-year-old girl pinned in a train while having this happen to her, but we shouldn't rely on them. Albany needs to write a new law to fit this crime. What's your reaction? You think that makes sense?
I agree 100%.
It should be a felony.
Yes.
Okay, now there's one idea.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, I bet there are situations in which this could happen by accident because
Right.
the train's moving, someone, it loses their footing. It could happen by accident. So it might be, I don't know, the law might be hard to enforce. I don't know.
I got an email from someone saying, in some other countries with crowded trains, like for example, India and Japan, they've added some woman-only cars which don't allow men on them, and it kind of resolves this issue altogether because number one, they're less crowded, but number two, it's typically man-on-woman lewd grinding that's taking place, and it really kind of resolves it. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Unless there's like an even number of cars, I mean, those could get completely filled up, and then someone who doesn't want to get on the one with men could, I don't know, not get to work on time or something of that nature. I mean, how do you really...
Well, it brings up the question of whether segregation type policy is good to... Is it a good means to an end, right? I mean, what do you think, Natan?
I think we've gotten to the point where men and women can be in the same room without engaging in felonies.
Yeah, right.
But
you would think you don't need to separate them to prevent felonies.
Right. Also, just on a realistic basis, this isn't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Imagine going to work with your wife on the same subway ride or whatever, and being, "Hey, all right, I'll catch you on, when we get off."
No. That's the thing. There would be option. It's not that women would be forced to be in a woman-only car. There just would be certain cars that are women-only.
So you could choose to go in that one.
Exactly.
Right. I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't like it.
I think it's just a much better idea to write a law to make this a punishable crime.
But the other thing is, how do you really know what happened? I mean, the thing's rocking and rolling. People are getting slammed up against each other. Is it that clear, I wonder? And then also, after the fact, how is it anything other than one person's word against the others? It's so crowded, it's very unlikely you'll really have accurate witnesses.
True. Perhaps it's one of those things where if it happens multiple times, like the first time you've put in a complaint, and if a complaint against the person.
Right, same person gets caught again.
If the same person gets 3 complaints, well, then they get charged with felony.
There you go.
I don't know. Just thinking out loud.
All right, send me your thoughts. And Jonathan?
I just hit 3 grinds and you're out.
3 grinds and you're out, absolutely. Facebook.com/David Pakman Show. Join us on Facebook. Let's take a break. We'll be back after this with Democratic gubernatorial candidate in Indiana, John Gregg, and then plenty more. Stay tuned. Back after this.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.